AFTV, time to get into the player ratings. We're still here at Carrow Road. The result ended up 2-2. Norwich fans are quite happy with that. Arsenal fans are a bit mixed because it's still, well, not even my man is saying he's not even mixed, he's vexed because there's still 2 points dropped at a club that's, they're struggling down by the bottom.
Yep.
And it was Freddie Ljungberg's first game. Of course, Freddie Ljungberg would like to get this job on a permanent basis. We will get to him later on and give him his marks and see what you guys thought about his first performance. But first of all, let's roll through the players. I'm going to start with you, DT. Bernd Leno in goal.
Man of the match. 9. All day long. If it weren't for him, we would have lost. There was
one save he made was unbelievable, wasn't it?
That will go under the radar. But I tell you now, that's one of the saves of the season. That was sensational. And listen, we've got a quality keeper. It's about time that we gave him a defence he deserves.
All right, let's get to the defence. He came in today. He's been out for a lot of the season. But the funny thing is, a lot of Arsenal fans have been saying that Mustafi.
Why me?
No. But to be fair,
was coming already.
He ain't even going.
Hold on.
People go
Hold on. A lot of people
That.
been saying Mustafi's been playing well in the league cup games, Europa League games. He was in today. What did you make? What would you give him today?
Like I said, the first half was okay until the goal got deflected in off him. You understand? Then his head just went.
Do you think he closed down enough on that
Nah,
goal?
I said that as well, like,
it weren't just him, but
No, but there was.
I don't understand our defenders at the moment. I don't know if we've given away a lot of penalties this season, and I don't know if nobody seems to want to go and get close to a player or make a challenge or make a tackle. It's just all this.
They turn
And they backing off all the time.
Yeah, for me,
what is this?
Mustafi always backs off, blood. You understand? I don't get that though. I don't understand why you're doing that, bro. Like, Mustafi, 5.
5?
Yeah.
All right. What would you have given him?
4. I thought the second half was dreadful, Robbie. It was dreadful, and you wonder why he hasn't been in the side. And I don't want to be overcritical, but it wasn't good.
I think I'd have to go with DT. I think you're right. He started off the game well. He put in a couple of good tackles, and I think you're right. After that, that first goal, and no one was on his case. And credit to the fans today; they were not on any player's case today. But after that goal, he did seem to his performance seemed to and he seemed to be the old. What we see a lot in it,
I said that to man standing around me still. I said, blood. First half, Mustafi was good. As soon as that thing went in, you saw it. Because the second goal as well, when they scored, it was him. You understand? He swiveled to block it, but he was backing off like he does. But then when it's gone in, you see him hit the floor like, you understand? And I knew straight away like it's in your head, bro. You understand? And then, man.
The other defender in the twins, as a guy described them earlier, was David Luiz. What would you have given him?
Same as Mustafi, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it was that great a performance. I feel that those two in centre defence is not a great combination, and I'll give him a 4 as well.
What about you? Would you concur with that? 4.
Yeah, I agree with that still. Yeah,
okay.
I think, but maybe Freddie's just testing out the combinations. You understand? Because we got a game on Thursday against Brighton. You understand? So he could put in a different combination there, innit? You could see a Socrates and a Holding maybe, because Holding's fit, innit?
He wasn't even on the bench though, was he?
No, but he's fit, innit? He ain't injured, is he, Holding? He's back now, innit? Yeah, because I know Bellerin got a hamstring thing, but Holding's alright. So you might see a new combination, you get me? But I want Socrates to come in, you understand? I like Socrates' blood, you get me? I think he's fell off since Luiz come to this club. I think Luiz has cursed my guy, bro. I'm telling you, blood. Like I said it already. He had a bad end to the season last year. I'll be the first man to say that, blood. But since Luiz has come, fam, it's not the Socrates that I knew, fam. You understand? Not at all, blood. But
all right, Chambers playing on the right hand side.
I think he did not too bad, fam. You understand? Second half, he stopped going forward, blood. There were times when Abba was just there by himself on the right, blood. I'm like, bro, why are you not there overlapping? Like, help him go forward, like.
I thought he did all right.
What, Callum? I think Callum did all right.
What would you give him then?
Callum, I say a 5. Standard performance.
I thought it was his worst performance of the season. I thought he was dreadful.
I got to agree with DT. I thought he had a bit of a nightmare.
How much did you drink last night?
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? But no, I don't want to be overcritical, but today was his worst performance.
I thought that as well. I thought he was horrendous in the second half. He never got no crosses in, and he was getting terrorised. And also he was just not. I don't know. He's been having a good season. Today was poor, very poor. I thought possibly the worst of the defenders, in my opinion. Yeah. But what would you give him?
4.
4?
Yeah, I don't think he was good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's Troopz. I didn't think. But
I don't care, blood.
Okay, switching to the left, Kolasinac.
Not good again. I don't know why he was starting ahead of Tierney.
I'm not agreeing.
No. Because I'll tell you why. Do you want me to tell you why? All right. One of his jobs is getting forward and putting crosses in the box. Yeah. What have I always said about Kolasinac? He couldn't cross a road. How many times did he get in a good position and it hit the first man or it hit us in the stand? Sorry, it's not good enough. Don't know why he was ahead of Tierney. 5.
I don't get why he's ahead of Tierney, but I don't think he was bad.
No, he's not the worst out of the back.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
But the way
he was better than a 5.
No, wait.
No. I'd give a 5. I think 5s are fair, but I don't think.
I thought he had a. Let me just say, right? You're giving him a 5 as well. I would personally probably give him a 6. I thought he played all right.
I don't think you can give any.
He was in the first half. He was very dynamic, man. He was picking up the ball. He was running at them.
Yes.
He was giving them a hard time.
But where was the end product?
In the second half,
Can you answer that?
Huh?
Where was the end product? It was good running. Listen, there was moments where he was running. He was direct. He looked really good. And then when it came to the final ball,
I felt there was end product. He was just good defending by Norwich, and also, you know, like in covering the crosses that were coming into the box. He was giving him a hard time. And then I thought in the second half he dropped back to help out the defence because it was the game changed and they were on us more. I thought he played all right. I thought he, you know what I mean. I thought he had a good game. I disagree with you completely on that one.
Well, that's fine.
Back to normal.
That's fine.
Right?
Yeah, me and Troopz agreed on 2-1.
Guendouzi.
Poor today for me, man. Very poor, man. 4. Huh? With Guendouzi in it. Yeah, like
I think
earlier in his time, like it was quick. Reactions were, you understand? It was. Yeah, blood. You understand?
He seems to hold on to the ball. He seems to want to draw the foul, then release.
Yeah, and I'm like, brother, he used to do that a lot. Jack as well, innit?
And he got caught out one time as well. Nearly led to a goal.
Yeah, and then I think that was when Leno made the mad save, blood.
Yeah.
You understand? I think that was the mad save. Yeah, I think that was it, blood, because that would have been 3-2 game done.
You give him 4?
Yeah, I'll give him a 4, man.
Agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'd agree with that. I think he had a poor. I was shocked when he wasn't substituted first.
Yeah,
I thought.
When I saw Willett go off,
I was like.
He didn't play well either. Nah, but he played better than
Yeah.
Guendouzi.
We'll get to Willock in a minute, but let's Xhaka. Back in the team, and again, let me give the fans credit. Fans get a lot of abuse and slated off for things. No, they got right behind him. Nobody gave him, even though he's not fully apologised to them yet, but nobody was on his case.
No.
And to be fair to him, he had I thought. Well, what did you think of him?
I think he was our best outfield player. He had a good game. I felt that he wasn't hanging on to the ball loads of times like he usually does. He was trying to drive in the right areas.
It was one time he got caught in midfield.
Yeah.
And that nearly led to a goal.
But overall, on the balance of the game for the 90 minutes, I thought he had a good game. I thought he done
decent
really well.
passing as well.
Yeah, it was good. There was a couple of moments where he sprayed the ball out wide and was springing us into a counter. But I just don't think that he's the right man to have as a 1 in front of the back 4 if we're playing that formation. Because if you get beyond those 2 in front of him...
You haven't got the pace, right?
No, he hasn't got the pace, and that's not his fault. But
what would you give him?
7. A solid 7.
Okay, what about you?
Xhaka. 6.
6. Yeah. Okay. Willock.
Poor, but he tried, innit? Like he tries to go forward. He's dynamic. You understand?
I think the first goal come from an error. Is it the first or second goal? Second goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably
He did work really hard in the game, and
he's a workhorse, blood. He don't stop, like, you understand? He always gives 100%, fam. So I can't give him lower than a 5, blood.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with that as well.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with a 5 for him. Özil.
Oh. Yeah, you know what? Because the thing is, I think that he looked more lively in the final 20. And kind of before that, it was kind of...
Final 20 what? Yards or minutes?
No, final 20 minutes. But before that, it was kind of a good moment, bad moment, good moment, bad moment. It was very inconsistent.
I was surprised he didn't get taken off as well.
Well,
He
he
did.
did.
No, earlier.
I can't give him more than a 5.
Yeah.
Very inconsistent. And did you notice as well? I know one thing they say about Freddie learning a lot under Wenger. Did you see what minute he made his substitute? 70th. Oh my God. I was like, oh no.
Back again.
What would you have given him?
Who?
Özil.
Özil. 5.
I think he's lucky to get a 5, you know. I think a lot of the things...
Goal, the second goal, it was his ball in from the corner, innit? So you have to give him a little something for
I
that.
see a lot of things today. You see why Emery leave him out, especially away games. Why Emery used to leave him out. He don't work hard enough sometimes, man. When you got the ball, fine. What about when you ain't got it? Just running around
No, but
people.
you know what? He actually was tracking back to the.
There was-
you understand?
yeah,
I saw him
he-
tracking. I give him that blood on the right hand side. Yeah, blood. So understand?
One time, but-
No, there was a few times. I was like, raw, Ozil's. Yeah, allow it now.
A 5's a fair reflection.
Five. I got no agenda. I love Özil, but he don't work hard enough. He don't work hard enough.
but today you're
you know what
saying
it
that
is,
he
right?
worked- he worked
You know
today, bro.
what it is, right? In away games, it's just been the criticism of him since.
No, but he weren't that bad today. That weren't like a City away when we lost 2-1 and he was non-existent, blood.
Any tackles or anything like
Yeah, I
that.
saw tackles, blood. I saw tackles, blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I saw one time he run back and just sort of put his toe in.
Listen.
I don't see a
Moral
tackle.
of the story. Do not
So-
drink before you...
I ain't been
Okay.
drinking, but I'm fully sober. So you're giving it, what do you say, 5?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, Lacazette.
I don't
We'll
think...
start with you, actually.
You can have that one.
Poor. Like, the ball wasn't going to him, and when it was going to him, he weren't really doing nothing for it. Like, with it, you understand? Poor today, bro.
The defenders handled him pretty well, didn't
Yeah, they did, blood. You understand? Laka's a man that's got strength and he can hold it. Today he was kind of moving flimsy with it. You get me? I'm gonna have to give him a 4 today, bro.
Wasn't great.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree with it. It wasn't great.
Yeah, I don't think it was his greatest game. Aubameyang.
Worked hard, but he doesn't like it out on the right-hand side. And the way
Still scored the 2 goals
I
again.
know he still scored 2 goals. And that, listen,
When did he score them goals? In the box?
yeah.
Penalty and a corner.
I genuinely think at the moment, is Lacazette doing enough to warrant playing the central role ahead of Oba?
Put him in and put Martin
I don't think he is. And you've got to answer that. You've got to ask that. And the fact that he scored 2 goals, even though he didn't have a great game, but that was more because of where he was playing, I'll give him
I'd just love to see, and that's again another Freddie type thing that I'd love to be able to see him do, getting those free interjecting. I mean, so sometimes it is Aubameyang in the middle and Laka out wide. I want to see him change, like what they do at Liverpool. Why can't we do that? You know what I mean?
We're not
That's
confident at the minute.
Yeah,
It's
true.
tough when you're
True.
not confident.
true.
You
And like
kind
you said,
of
you can't expect that in the first game, but
No.
that's what I'd like to see him getting with those guys and getting the best out of them.
Yeah.
What would you give Aubameyang?
because he scored 2 goals. You got to give him 7. You can't give him less than that.
Agree?
And he showed some balls with the second getting the penalty the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
time
yeah.
round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but because of the 2 goals.
I would have said 8 because of the penalty. The balls to put it away, but yeah, 7.
I think I'd agree with the 8 as well. Because to
Because,
me,
blood, the way he took
and
that
he was
second penalty, yeah, he said, all right, watch me now. Boom! Rast it in, you understand? And even the second goal, that was a killer goal, blood. Did you see the way that went top bins, my brother? By my blood clot, young, you understand?
I just think the overall performance. Do you know what I mean? You lot can give him an 8, but I'll say 7.
I give him an 8 because he got the 2 goals. And listen, without that, literally what we've been saying all season, without him,
ridiculous how many
we'd be
points
where
he's
Norwich
won
are.
us.
You know what I mean? So,
We are where Norwich are.
well, that's
Near
what I'm
enough.
saying. We'd be probably below Norwich. All right. Let's get now into what was the substitutes who came on. Xhaka.
Did they really have
Standard 5, man, not enough time.
Zero impact, did he?
I think the best one was Martinelli, blood.
Yeah,
You
Martinelli
understand?
had an impact.
Martinelli, for me, right now, it should be Abba down the middle, Martinelli on one of the wings, and then I don't know, blood. Maybe. But you see this Pepe thing now, yeah? Maybe he's not working in training, blood, because you'd think you'd turn to your £72 million signing if you're looking for a goal, and even Freddie's gone like, yo, Saka come, Martinelli come. These are 2 young bucks. You understand? So maybe Pepe ain't given enough behind the scenes, and obviously Youngboy's been there, so he's seen what he's been on. You understand? And maybe since he's been in there for these 3 days, he ain't really put his weight about. You get me? So, yeah, man.
But you gave
Saka's standard 5, blood.
Martinelli.
Yeah, because he only had about
Made an
10,
impact
15
in the little
minutes,
time
but
he came on,
6,
didn't he?
But yeah, I agree with what Troopz was saying. I think that Martinelli is ahead of the likes of Saka and that. And the only reason why I'm not questioning at the moment is the whole Pepe thing, is because is something happening in training that we don't know. So
Torreira?
Standard 5.
Okay. Fans?
10 all day, behind the team, 110%, and same old.
Didn't want them to fail?
Yeah, yeah. We're not happy. Yeah.
And let's finally the manager, Solskjaer. Whoa! Yeah. You know what I keep saying, right? Hold on. Wait. Do you know why I keep saying that, right? Because it's such a similar comparison, right?
No, it ain't.
That Freddie, because it's almost the same. You got a player that was both Scandinavian, yes.
Yeah.
Cheers. Right. But you got a player that was a legend at the club and coming in now to take it on.
Nah, but it's a bit different
And-
because Freddie was actually in the club already. You understand? Ole was doing up flipping. What was
No,
he
but
doing
he-
up?
yeah, but
Norwegian League, blood.
but he came
Getting
in-
relegated with Cardiff,
True,
blood.
but he came in to help
Freddie was
out.
in here, you understand?
It's the similar because Solskjaer came in to help out the club.
Nah, but Freddie
And
knows
Freddie's
the players.
come-
Nah, but Freddie knows the players more here, especially the young bucks. That's why maybe he put Willock in today. It's not. It's completely different here. Where Freddie's been in here and he knows. You understand? He's seen what's been going on. Solskjaer was watching from afar, and he just had to come in and make his own decisions. Where Youngberg has already got in his head that certain man, you man are on. You understand? You man are on the line right now.
So what would you score him today? I mean,
Freddie.
team selection, decisions during the game, and also how you thought the team played.
Yeah.
Overall, what do you score him?
Yeah, a 5. I think it was a game of two halves for me. I'd say a 5, blood. The selection was a bit, The first half was nice. Substitution was a bit late. Shout out Wenger on that one. You get me? But the comeback, in it, we came back 2 times, in it, and we haven't seen that away from home this season. You get me? When I've seen my team go 1-0 down, I'm like, brother, this is it. We're done out here, blood. I might as well just go to the car and wait for you to come out here, blood.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Flex, but I mean Robbie, but yeah, I got to.
Sorry, we look the same.
But listen, I agree with what Troopz is saying there. It's kind of, the team selection wasn't really inspiring. You kind of wanted to come into the stadium, kind of seeing that team lineup going, yes, finally. But it's the first one, and we go again. But I can't give more than 5, so
And
thank God for that.
Ref.
I don't think he had a bad game. I think most of the decisions which you're going to contest were VAR decisions. So their kind of hands are tied, but I don't think he was that bad. I give him
Actually, yeah. What did you give VAR today?
well, it helped us out, didn't it? So I'll give VAR 10 today because it helped us.
VAR.
10.
That's about the first time he's done us a favour this season. But referee.
2. 1. He weren't too bad.
Not too bad, I'll give him a 2.
He pissed me off a couple of times, but yeah, 2, man.
All right, so listen, that's the first game for Freddie in the Freddie Revolution. It's Brighton next, and that won't be an easy game. Brighton play some good football. Yeah, they've been playing some good football. Then West Ham away. It's going to be interesting to see what Arsenal do. Are they going to stick with Freddie? It's too early to judge Freddie. So are we going to stick with Freddie Ljungberg, or are we going to go all out and try and get maybe a Brendan Rodgers, as you said, Pochettino? Are we going to try and get one of these people, or are we going to stick with Freddie maybe till Christmas or the end of the season?
We'll wait and see.
What do you guys think after the first game? Do we need to get a big manager in right now, or should we give Freddie a longer amount of time? Let us know.